tour. We've been to Yorkshire, we've been to Suffolk, so where can we go next? See if you can guess. Robin Hood, riding through the land. No, not Harrow. Yes, Nottingham is the final destination of our imaginary rogue trip. Home of Virgo Healthcare Limited, one of the most impressively roguey sales firms we've ever come across, providing us with one of the most depressing pieces of secret footage we've ever seen.
Every night, nicking a Mars bar off a baby.
The company specialised in selling mobility products to the elderly. But customer care was the last thing on their minds. All they wanted was their money. We got our first masterclass in pressure selling when we called out one of their saleswomen back in 2010. Our actress May had invited her over to talk about mobility scooters, but ended up getting a full rundown of all the company's products.
For the bath lift, it'd be £2,000.
Right.
The scooter is £3,300. Now the mattress, that's £1,500. For everything, in total, it would have worked out at £7,000.
Right.
Take off the 10% discount, brings it down to just £6,300.
And it didn't matter just how many times our actress said it, the rep wouldn't take no for an answer.
I would, but I'd like to think about it. I'd still like to consult my daughter, though. Or I'll get in touch with her or she'll come over and see.
Do you want to give her a ring?
No, I won't give her a ring now. She'll be at work. No, if you could just leave me... Can I keep that bit of paper and I'll show it to my daughter? Can I just leave it for now?
1,000, then we can guarantee all those prices for you.
No, I don't really want to give you any money today. No, I really, really want the things, but I'd rather just...
That's the only sheet it is, look, and it'll take me 2 minutes to do it. If you want to do that, then I can go.
No, I don't think you better.
If you don't fancy writing a cheque, we could do it on a debit card.
No, honestly.
You'll probably go to sleep, have a bit of a rest, wake up, and then wish that you'd have done it, wouldn't you?
Do you mind if you just go and leave me up?
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'll just leave it for you.
I could be guessing here, but I think May was saying no. After 2 hours of pressure selling, the rep finally left empty-handed. But was she a rotten apple, or was the whole Virgo orchard bad? We sent our own man in to work there, and to capture General Manager Sam Routh explaining the company's pricing policy.
Start with this price or above, then we're happy. The second price that's printed out is what we recommend that you sell these products at, which is around about £1,000 over what the product is. Personally, if I was you, no matter what house, they go in at that big price.
So, there were two price lists, the price Virgo were prepared to sell at and the prices they wanted to sell at. And how high did they inflate the price?
When I was back in the field 2 weeks ago, if you went to this house, it was the scruffiest, smelliest, awful house you'd ever seen in your life. I sold him a dual bed bed for £5,300. Sold him, went back in and sold him a Mini 4 Plus scooter.
Which one's that?
Mini 4 Plus.
Oh yeah, the 3,200 one, yeah.
That's £5,200.
Wow, awesome.
You never question the prices.
Yeah.
So the price was as high as the sales rep thought he could get away with. And when our mole went door to door selling with one of the Virgo reps, we heard something even more shocking.
Last week, I went to see a guy. 7 days later, he died. Thankfully, it's outside of the cancellation notice. I'm sorry about that, but that's how it happened, you know what I mean? So I've still got my £2 commission coming on that. Remarkable how God works. Right. If you ever wanted someone to turn the toes up, having paid a load of dough, this was your guy.
Yeah, forget that the customer died. Far more important to focus on the fact that the order couldn't be cancelled, so you still get your commission. Thought a lot of his customers, this guy. Here he's celebrating clinching a sale to an 80-year-old man. Well, he had just spent 2 hours pressuring him.
That masterclass in perseverance. Do not leave the beach. Every night, nicking a Mars bar off a baby.
We'd heard enough. It was time to confront company boss Armajit Gill. I caught up with him as he arrived for work. In his car. Hello, Armajit. How you doing? Matt, all right, BBC Rogue Traders. It's good to see you. Yeah. Can I just ask you, do you have parents? Because I find it very difficult to believe that anybody that has parents of their own could run the sort of business that you do, the sort of business that appears to be based on bullying old people in their own homes into buying things for thousands of pounds. We've seen your salesman at work. It's a pretty unpleasant thing. Wow, is this what you're driving these days? So when you run a business which has a commission structure like the one that yours has, then what you're going to get is misbehaving salesmen. It's natural that that's what's going to be the product, isn't it? He may have driven away from us, but Armajit couldn't drive away from the law. After our investigation was broadcast, Armajit stopped trading as Virgo Healthcare Limited, but continued to sell mobility products using other business names. Derbyshire Trading Standards were onto him, though.
When we started looking into the business in more detail, we found that whilst it appeared that they were using several different business names, it was ostensibly the same business selling the same goods, or supposedly selling the same goods, at the same address with the same person who we believed to be behind it, which was Armajit Gill.
And his new businesses were bringing in the same old complaints. Customers were paying money but weren't receiving their goods. In January 2011, Trading Standards raided Armajit's home and business premises.
We seized tens of thousands of business documents, computers that we would get forensically examined for further evidence. And also, amongst other things, we found £34,000 worth of cash in a safe in their home, which we've seized.
The raid provided them with enough evidence to bring court proceedings. In August 2011, Armajit and wife Ranjit pleaded guilty to 25 charges of fraud, and Sam Routh, the salesman we met while working undercover, pleaded guilty to 8 charges of fraud. They're due to be sentenced in December.
This has been one of the most serious and biggest cases that we've dealt with here. They have been deliberately defrauding some of the most elderly, infirm, vulnerable in society, and we're very pleased to have been able to bring this to a successful conclusion.
So there you go. It's the end of our rogue trip. And next time you're thinking of writing in to ask what happens to the rogues after the programme's been on, well, remember this episode and you'll know. They often end up going through the courts, but it can take years. See you next time.
I write in to complain all the time.
So do I. And those people at the back of the studio, do you know what? I bet they're not really working at all.
And the music they use. Oh, boo-chee, 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 choo-chee.
Well, I don't know about the backroom music, but I can tell you that this lot are real people and they've been very busy logging your emails, texts and tweets, haven't you? Yeah. Good boys and girls. Like